And so naming this latest addition to the monarchy, the prince, baby prince of Cambridge, I'm looking at what the world would be when he becomes a king, if time lasts long enough. And I see in history um, there are kings who have dealt with similar situations, and I think that he should have the same name because he's going to be facing almost the same situation. Now I recall William the Conqueror, the Norman, um, the Norman king that um, you know ruled and brought Britain together. And then I'm thinking in terms of Charles V, who had the Catholic Church in check, and was probably pioneer in the Reformation movement. And then finally, I look at Henry VIII. Now, Henry VIII has had several wives, but his major achievement is starting the Protestant movement. And I think that he has come before Martin Luther, and it's amazing. So I'm looking at these are situations that this boy king will find himself in when he becomes of age to reign, or his time comes to reign. And in his case, I would call him William the Younger, because he's going to be like William the Conqueror, and I hope his father is going to be like that. Uh, he has to work with bringing Ireland and Scotland and Wales, and together help the things to work better in the realm. And he is going to face, like Henry VIII, a choice about wives. Should he marry a commoner? Should he marry one from the royal family in Europe? Royal families in Europe, a young lady from the royal families in Europe. And I noticed that his grandfather and his father married commoners, and they are great people. But I would like to see them move back to the royals, because it's different, and it's a part of a tradition, something they have to learn, and so on. I wish William and Katie all the best, and I hope that their marriage lasts, and so on. But with this little William the Younger, I would like him to marry a royal. We could also call him Henry the Modern, in that he's going to take care of that, and make sure that he marries a royal. And finally, he could be Charles the Younger, because his grandfather Charles, I'm sure his name is it brings back memory of Charlemagne and Charles V. And Charles V, with the Catholic Church, he had conquered, I think, the East, where the Pope and so resided, and the Pope considered his faith when asked by Henry VIII to divorce his wife, because of course there was some relationship between Charles V and his wife, so that the Pope pussyfoot him, keep playing around, so that he didn't have to make that decision, and that was a good way to have the Pope. And in the future here, I see the Catholic Church is kind of like coming around to do a full counter Reformation. It takes back into the Middle Ages, and the Pope is going to want to press things, and this king has to stand up to the Pope and tell him, listen, go by. And as all of them had experiences with the Pope, Henry VIII, with his wives and the Pope. Charles V conquered, the Vatican, and where the Pope lived, and so on. And William the Conqueror had to fight, and there was that Catholic experience back then. And I notice now that they're having, you could be a king even though you're Catholic, and so on. And it's great that he will be an Anglican and be king. So I'd like him to continue keeping the tradition of the faith alive.